I'm Setiawati and I'm from class 4B in Universitas PGRI Madiun. Today I will explain you about how studying effective in pandemic era. Before I explain how study effective, you must know what is a pandemic era. A pandemic is an epidemic that has spread to various countries and countries. Generally effective, many people. While the epidemic itself is a term that has been used to determine the standard increase in the number of cases of a disease in a population of a certain area. The reason is the term pandemic is not used to indicate the high level of disease, but only show the level of spread. Please note, in the case of COVID-19 pandemic, this is the first and is caused by the coronavirus which has existed since the end of last year. Not only is it detrimental from a health perspective, this pandemic has also greatly impacted the economy in Indonesia. Not only because the production of food is disturbed, but investment is also hampered. And after we know what is a pandemic era, now I will explain you about how to learning effective in pandemic era. During a pandemic like now, it's not only parents who do work from home, but students also learn from home. Of course, with the home study method. Because of the pandemic, we need an effective and efficient way of online learning. Because it is possible for everyone at a time like this. If they are at home, they will be lying down. When conditions are still normal, teaching and learning activities are often not conducive. Learning activity from home will certainly not be more conducive because there is no one like a teacher who controls learning activity directly. But now, even though learning activities are done at home, students must be able to position themselves to continue learning online effectively and efficiently. Here, I will bring you some tips for online learning effectively. And first, you must prepare a special room for online learning. Creating a quiet and comfortable atmosphere at home. Avoid studying online in bed because it makes you sleepy in the middle of online learning. If you make your study room comfortable, your online learning activity will be more effective and efficient. Second, create a consistently online study schedule. This is important for you to apply, especially if you follow online learning while working. This is where your time management will be needed. Choose a study time that you can follow without disturbing any other activities. This must also be supported by online study schedule that you follow. For that, you can arrange and look for a flexible online study class schedule. And third, make sure your internet is stable during online learning. Well, this is the most important thing. The internet network is not smooth behinders the effectiveness of online learning. So, before starting online learning, you must make sure your internet connection is good. That way, you will be more focused when studying online. If your internet connection is unstable, ongoing online learning activity will be less effective. Make sure the Wi-Fi networks at home is smooth, or if you use a cell phone signal, make sure your quota is sufficient and the network is good. Fourth, prepare drinks and snacks if needed. Provide mineral water and snacks to accompany online learning. Prepare food and things so that you stay focused and don't go back and forth when suddenly thirsty and hungry. Try to have mineral water and fruit ready. Because during the pandemic, you have to keep your healthy by consuming fruit. Avoid consuming unhealthy snacks, especially those containing MSG. 5. Don't spend too long in front of the laptop. The effective way of learning is that you don't study too long in front of a laptop. Excessive use of cell phone and laptop can cause interference and take your time to study and focus. So don't force your study too long. And 6. Communicating with others at home. The next effective way of studying is that it's very important for you to tell your family members that you are studying online and as much as possible avoid unnecessary distraction. This can give you an opportunity to concentrate. 7. Give yourself a gift. The next effective way of learning is even if you study hard, but don't forget to respect yourself. Every now and then you can reward or appreciate yourself with food and drink you like. Or maybe you can watch a movie series that you like. 8. Find your own learning style. The next effective way of learning is that you have to be able to find your own learning style. Although this is indeed a bit difficult and usually always change, but once you find your own style, everything will feel easier. After trying your learning style to get maximum result. For example, you want to try studying in the daytime quietly without any music or sound disturbance. You can also try studying during the day but in public places such as a park or cafe to have a good atmosphere. But it could also be if you try to study at night while listening to a song or watching a video tutorial, or maybe you will like to try studying after you are done exercise to keep your body and brain more focused on. There are so many ways, and you can try others' learning style while looking for what kind of learning style is right for you. And the next effective method is get enough sleep and rest. You might think that sleep is not an effective way of study. However, this activity can help you find an effective way of studying because adequate sleep and rest are vital in storing information in the brain. Students who sleep with sufficient hours will help them to be more focused and remember the lesson the next day compared to students who have irregular sleeping hours. And finish studying online. After finish studying online, you can make a summary of learning evaluation. This is to measure the extent of understanding you get, what new skill can be practiced, and what things are not enough. If the evaluation step has been carried out, make it a note to determine whether you need additional online learning class or not, so that the online learning class you take don't end up being in vain and you don't get the knowledge. Online and offline learning activities are certainly very different. Review of learning material at the end of online learning is very necessary because the material delivered when learning online must be difficult to understand. Therefore, you must take the time to review and independently study online learning material when they are finished. So, these are the tips that you can do while studying online so that it's the more effective and efficient. How about your version of online learning? Has it been effective yet? If you haven't tried to follow the tips above, let's stay focused as both. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you guys are healthy. Thank you so much.